This is Boxing Talk 8576 coming at you. I just got done watching 78 Sports TV channel. He asked if people will respond to his video about if you ever thought Manny Pacquiao was on performance enhancing drugs, and he said he believes it in his opinion. He gave his reasons why. You can go look at his video and make your own assessment and hear what he said. But in my opinion, I don't think he was on performance enhancing drugs. I'm gonna stick to what I always say. Unless you failed a test, I can't say you was on anything. I know some people say that they think Floyd Mayweather was on it, but unless he failed a test, I can't say he was on it. And some people go by the eye test. Now, the eye test can be tricky. You can look for different things, with your eye test and say, okay, this guy was on it or this guy was on it. But it's people that's been busted in the past that you look at and say, oh, they was on performance enhancing drugs. I didn't know. Like people like Marion Jones. You remember the sprinter Marion Jones? She didn't look like she was on performance enhancement drugs to me. I thought what she was doing was natural. I didn't think that Shane Mosley was on performance enhancing drugs. He got caught uh, doing it. I didn't think Roger Clemens was on it. He got caught doing it. It's just I don't know. The eye test can be tricky, man. I mean, you can look for things that people say are common with guys that have been performance enhancing that have been on performance enhancing drugs or that are currently on them. But it's hard. It's just hard to figure out who's on what until a person failed the test, man. I can't. I'm not gonna just put it out there and say someone is on it unless they fail the test, man. Because that can be you can get caught up in just looking for stuff. Like then sometimes you can just all of a sudden just start looking for things and say, oh, this guy's on it because his head is too big. I know 78 said his head got bigger, but I mean I don't I don't know, man. Maybe his head got bigger to 78 over the years, and it just got bigger. I mean, in my opinion, did it get grossly bigger than what it was at first? I mean, I don't think it got grossly big than what it was before. I mean, you know, you can. He said that his calves always cramping up. That got something to do with it. But I mean, I don't know, man. We can all speculate, man. I don't believe the man was on performance enhancing drugs. Um, I've been put this thing to sleep about him and Floyd fight. I had Floyd winning 7-5. I still say I had Floyd winning 7-5. I looked at the fight once. I'm not really the type that like to look at the fight 3 and 4 times. Cause then you can start looking for things to say, okay, this guy won or this guy won. I mean, could it have been flipped the other way and Manny won 7-5? Sure. Could some people had Mayweather winning by a landslide? I didn't see that. I thought Manny was aggressive enough to win 5 rounds, and I had Floyd winning 7. But yeah, I'm not. I can look at the fight at first glance, and usually when I look at it at first glance, I can usually tell who won, and then you have a feel for after the fight who won, man. You have this feeling that comes over you like, man, that dude lost the fight, man. It's the same feeling that came over me when he fought De La Hoya. I thought De La Hoya was doing good. I thought De La Hoya was winning rounds, and I had that. I ain't had that fight scored because I didn't score the fight, but I looked at it a couple times, and I gave De La Hoya 5 rounds, and I gave Mayweather 7 rounds, and I had the same feeling that came over me when he fought De La Hoya. I was like, man, Mayweather won this fight. The feeling I had when he fought Marcus Maidana the first time, I thought Marcus Maidana won the fight. It's just a feeling that came over me. I thought Marcus Maidana won the fight. They didn't get Marcus Maidana the fight, but I thought he won that first fight. I thought Luis Castillo won the first fight when he fought Luis Castillo. That feeling came over me like, man, Luis Castillo won this fight. But at any rate, no, I don't believe Manny Pacquiao was ever on performance enhancement drugs. People wasn't saying that. When he was fighting, when he was fighting Morales, and he was fighting, um, when he first came out and fought Marco Antonio Barrera. People wasn't saying this. People wasn't really saying this stuff until Mayweather camp brought it up. That's what I'm trying to say, man. And people can go out there and say what they want to say, but they wasn't saying that stuff. Even when he moved up and fought De La Hoya, everybody was like, man, he gonna lose to De La Hoya. People thought he was gonna lose to De La Hoya. It wasn't until after the De La Hoya Cotto fight, Margarito fight, Joshua Clottey fight that people would start buying into this that he was on performance enhancement drugs, man. I just think it's a dangerous thing, man. People wasn't saying that stuff at first. Then all of a sudden, people want to start saying that. But hey, in my opinion, he was not a hype job. Manny Pacquiao won against some great fighters. He won against Hall of Fame fighters. He fought them multiple times. And the guys he fought multiple times, he had more victories than they had over him. Yes, um, Marquez knocked him out. You know what I'm saying? In the fourth fight, kudos to Marquez. You got to give it up to him. He had a great game plan. He was able to knock him down early in the round, and then he knocked him out. So to say the man was on performance enhancing drugs, or he was a hype job, or he was media hype, or media made us think that he can beat Floyd Mayweather. Media didn't make me think anything. I'm looking at the way the man fight. I'm looking at the way Mayweather fight. I'm looking at the way they fight different people, their styles. And in my opinion, I thought Manny Pacquiao can give him trouble in the ring and beat him. So to say that he was a hype job, man, people that say he's a hype job, man, I don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all need to go back and look at when Manny Pacquiao was whooping people's ass. Now, a hype job is a guy that's skating by, barely winning, skating by, and lose a fight, a big fight, win a big fight, lose 3 or 4, 2 or 3 in a row, and then maybe skate his way through a victory. And okay, that's a hype job. A hype job is not a guy that go in there and destroy people. You know what I'm saying? Just tell me what y'all think. This is Boxing Talk 8576. I'm out.